No harm, no foul. On the pole, though, it's the 10 broken hot laps as we are underway at Boot Hill. The 7-up of David Roy will lead the herd into 1 and 2 for the first time tonight. The Shreveport, Louisiana native in the 7-up makes 7-up yours down the back straightaway with the race lead. Oh, and a shot in the shorts to Whitehead by the 45 of Cowboy Richard Blanchard. And it's a log jam back from 4th on back to the tail. Doug Vick Jr. into the 4, the 10P of Jody Prince, the 50 of the Steve and Rebel Ward out of Texarkana. And they're for the race lead momentarily down the back straightaway. 8 laps the distance in your factory stock heats as they're still door-to-door for the race lead. David Roy says, well, hello, 6-time Cajun Classic champion, but you're in my house tonight. Cowboy Blanchard in the 45, who drove his way from 22nd to 2nd in the big 10,000 rank King of the Illy. A big push off the exit of turn number 2. He had a big head of steam and showing some respect to his counterpart, Justin Whitehead, there in the 36 J car. 3 different chassis brands occupy your top 3 right now as they're door-to-door for the race lead. David Roy in 7-up led it by about a length of a 7-up cup, 7-up can. Down the back straightaway, he'll surrender the top spot to the 6-time Cajun Classic winner to the 3-time Louisiana State Dirt Track champ Justin Whitehead out of Hooks, Texas. Off of 4, 36J up front now, leading the way in the Spencer & Son Timber Thompson Motorsports best engine-powered outlaw chassis. The Hooks Texan looking for his 5th win of the 2017 season tonight. Sorry, the 6th win. He got his 5th last night in Vivian. Past Cody Robbins with 2 laps to go. Cowboy Blanchard now to 2nd. He's in the bootlegger race car, Flores powered Cashetta Oil and Tire, Cane River Financial number 45. Once again out of Cashetta, Louisiana. Shreveport, Louisiana's David Roy has faded back to 3rd. How about Cameron Furr? Cameron Furr out of Gladewater, Texas, making his debut at Boot Hill for 2017. He's up to the 4th spot. How many? The top 3 only transfer, and David Roy has a sizable advantage on the rest of his competitors. He looks like he'll go A-main racing if he can hold on and will not have to cut his teeth through a B-main tonight. Okay. Well, actually, not officially sure, but the battle is down the back straightaway between Doug Vick Jr. and the 4, who just slid the 1 of Furr, and Furr drew right back underneath him. Jody Prince right there, knocking all over the doors as well. And Little John Tuggle into the mix. I'll tell you, this is a stacked heat. Hard to believe that the top 3 competitors have been able to separate themselves. A face full of checkered flag coming out to be your pole sitter tonight. Justin Whitehead, your winner. Look for his 2nd win of the weekend. The 45 of Cowboy Blanchard will snag 2nd and 45. 7-up. David Roy out of Shreveport will grab 3rd. The 5-time Arklatex track champ Doug Vick Jr. in 4 will grab the 4th spot. It was a champion. Driving the panel truss, Michael and Lisa Jones Motorsports number 70. It's Pork Chop Kenneth Chamberlain alongside Scott Young out of Shreveport in 18. The lights are out. Here we go. Kind of a wild start. Funderburk leads the herd into 1. Joshua Funderburk, former beginner cruiser racer, moving up the race with the big dogs. They're door-to-door for 2nd down the back straightaway. It's a log jam from about 5th on back. McKeecher just drove the car deep into 3 and 4, slid way up the racetrack, and nearly, he does get a little bit of a shot there from the 33 of Graham as the 0 dives it back into 1, and he'll go door-to-door for the race lead. How about Joshua Funderburk, though, holding on to the top spot? He's not scared to smash on the loud pedal. Door for the race lead into the 3 and 4, and a slight job in the 3 and 4 by McKeecher. The hero says, how do you like me now? They're 3 wide off of 4. Here comes Paul Lopez in the 5. Lopez says, hey, I'll throw a elbow on you there, Funderburk, into 1 and 2. What is going on? Oh, no, we need to get him taken care of. We got one under heavy fire, and thank the good Lord that the flames went out. He'll smash on the lap pedal, put his foot through the floorboard. We're back underway. Oh, we got them all crossed up down the front straightaway, and Uncle Freddie Blanchard's going to go for a ride and hit the berm. We should stay clean and green, no harm, no foul, if he can get back out. Oh, caution's going to come out. Jacob Wilburn, your opening night factory stock winner here at Boot Hill. Whitehead's on a tear, trying to win his 2nd of the weekend, and he won the last 2 at Arklatex as well. Lights are out. We are back underway. So we already saw Justin Whitehead, the 6-time Classic champ, win heat race number 1, and McKeecher's having more problems out of the 0. I think the car stumbled off the exit there. It looked very strong early, but this young man who had a lot of bad luck from 2014 and 15 finally shook off some of that bad luck in 2016. The car looked like it just kind of stumbled there a little bit, but if it comes back alive for him, I guarantee you he'll reel this race lead right back to him. He's going to throw the bait out and look to reel in the 5 of the Princeton racer, Paul Lopez, for the race lead. He'll go to his inside off the exit of turn number 4, 4 in, 4 laps to go. McEachern knocking on the back door like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth into 1 and 2. He'll swing way high wide and a little bit handsome off the exit of turn number 2 and open up the door for Lopez to scoot by about 2 more car lengths ahead. He drove the car deep into 3 and 4, looking to hunt him back down. Lopez, though, looking pretty strong up front here in the Matco Tools Laser race car number 5, the Princeton, Louisiana native, who's qualified for 2 of the Cajun Classics in the last 7 years. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3, he's got the race lead. McEachern still second. The battle for third's a Greenwood. Pork Chop Chamberlain all over the rear deck lid of the 33 of the Seegers Roofing, sponsored number 33 at a Marshall of Robert Graham. Robert Graham, your outside pole sitters, faded back to the 3rd spot. The white flag is out, though, for Princeton, Louisiana's Paul Lopez in 5. It'll be a Texan and a Louisiana native on the front row tonight. It doesn't look like McEachern's going to be able to reel him back in for that race lead. Car just stumbled off the exit on that restart, and it cost him this victory, but the checkers are out. Lopez earned it with the hand out the window. He'll celebrate a heat race victory here early on in 2017. Bubba McEachern will grab second. Nearly a dead heat at the line. The 33 of the Marshall Texan, I believe, snagged it just by half of a cat's whisker over the 70 of Pork Chop Kenneth Chamberlain. Factory stock, but I want a hamburger right now. And Craig Oakes, he'll be behind the wheel of the Hawkins Racing number 17H tonight. Outside, it'll be Ed Cox Jr. Ed Cox in K8. 10 cars ready to go 8 laps the distance here in factory stock. Heat race number 3 of the night. The top 4 transfer to the main event. Here we go. They're 3 wide on the start mid-pack. Look out, Craig Oakes has already got the Walmart special, and they're going to try to go 4 wide into 1 and 2. 3 wide mid-pack back here. Oakes is going to get wholesale spots. Craig Oakes from the tail all the way trying to work on a transfer, and they're 3 wide off the exit of turn number 4. And Oakes has got transfer already in 17. He is rocking and rolling around the Boothill Speedway right now. And not only that, he didn't have to beat his competitors around like a ping pong ball to get there. He'll give Bo Perry a little shot in the shorts, though, down the back straightaway and say, hello, I'm here. And Bo Perry, though, holds on to the 3rd spot, trying to show pressure to the 68 of James Martin. The Troop Texan, Royce Jones, teammate to the driver who just took the 4th and final transporter spot in the previous heat race, Pork Chop Chamberlain. It's Royce Jones who leads the way here at Boot Hill. He's never won a main event here at the Boothill Speedway. Never won a heat race, I don't believe, either. Off of 4, Jones still leads in 0-7. Better look out for that Kunas. He's fast. Off the exit of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Gonna try to take over the race lead. He probably knows this racetrack better than any other. Oh, better than his competitor who's out front setting the pace in this one. But the name of the game is finding a line and finding the quicker lane around the racetrack, and I believe there's undoubtedly the fastest car on the racetrack right now. Somebody's going to have to give him a Frosty after this one for this performance. He's from dead last to 3rd. They better just go ahead and get their hand out the window and start waving to Wendy, because Wendy's about to go by. Craig Oakes up to the 3rd spot. Son of Edward Oakes. Edward Oakes has won many here at the Boothill Speedway. One of the all-time winningest racers at Gene Borders Arclitect Speedway, and Vivian down the front straightaway into 1. Craig Oakes has the fastest car on the track right now. There is no doubt about it. But can he get the job done? The center of the hourglass is ticking away. He's going to make a bonsai move here in the 3 and 4. He'll try to step to the outside of the Boothill Speedway. And the 68 pushes up, but he'll go to 2nd at the flag stand. Look at Craig Oakes wheel it. Oakes is wheeling it tonight, baby. Will he win this race from dead last on the final turn? I believe he has an opportunity to do so. We may get a caution, though. Final time to turns 3 and 4. And off of turn number 4, Oakes to the inside for the race lead. Drag racing to the line, half of a car length. He'll lose the race. The lights are out. We're ready to go. Your judge, jury, and executioner, Keith Parker, going to look him over. Oh, that's not a good start. Maybe it is. Cody Tupper making his debut in the new IRP. He'll go over the 3 wide back here for third, fourth, and fifth down the back straightaway, and they're doing it over the race lead. Side by side for the top spot. P-Row at 75 and Tupper in 23 going at it door-to-door off the exit of turn number 4. Ingalls has trouble on 81. They're 3 wide for the race lead off the exit of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. And at turn number 3, they're still side by side for the race lead. What more do you want, race fans? Down the front boulevard we go in a 1. What a race shaping up here. 3 wide in a 1. Boy, have they prepared a nice Boothill Speedway this afternoon. Down the back chute, still door-to-door for the race lead. Cody Tupper, the newcomer. The 20-year-old off the exit of turn number 4 in the IRP number 23 is liking it. He loves it, and he wants some more of it, and he's got the race lead into 1. But here comes P-Row. 3 wide once again off the exit of turn number 2. Wow. Maybe the raciest I've seen Boothill in limited modified action in quite some time. They're still 3 wide. Back down to the front straightaway we go. Spear. Smells blood in the water. P-Row finally bobbled. Now it's up to 23 and 22. Spear says 22 comes in front of 23 there, Cody. But Dylan drove it in a little deep, pushed up the racetrack off the exit of turn number 4, back into 1. They'll try the bottom where it's worked so well for him for the majority of this race. Oh, and a little bit of contact there off the exit of turn number 2. P-Row not able to reel this battle back in, but he'll try back to the inside for the race lead. Speaking of the 22 mag, who's fired many bullets that have stuck, but will he fire a blank coming down with 2 to go? Tupper. I speak so highly of this young man, the 2015 factory stock Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner. He is so impressive in his young racing career. And he's going to try to hold off the 22. He drove down to the bottom of the race, and there it was. He drove down there trying to keep the line away from the 22 mag, and they're going to drag race into 3 for the final time. Checkers coming out. What a move by Spear, crossing underneath. Drag racing to the line. Give it to Dylan Spear from Marshall. What a race. First limited modified heat race of the night on the pole. The second one, it'll be the Benton Bullet, Josh Bauckham. Outside, it'll be the 8 of Denny Gabar out of Frankston. Inside of row number 2, last night's winner at Arclitech Speedway in the 91 of Craig Oaks. Billy Skinner in the 51X, and Grigsby has problems there. Off the exit of turn number 2, didn't see exactly what happened to the Marshall missile. He'll have his work cut out for him. The 11-year-old Shelby Hinton's in 28. Grigsby will go by him. So right now it's all the Benton Bullet. Josh Bauckham up front leading the way. Tupper and Grigsby door-to-door down the back chute into turn number 3, side by side. Grigsby and Tupper door-to-door off the exit of turn number 4. A Western Flyer chassis and an IRP. Grigsby in the raceontexas.com. JCT Auto Sales, Marshall Lewin Auto 69. He'll dispose of the 2015 Louisiana State Dirt Track Champion, and he'll go to the 5th spot in 69. Grigsby, who loves this turn right here in the 3 and 4, off of 4, won the final 2 nights of the USMTS Cajun Clash, the limited modified portion of the USMTS modified event at Arclitech Speedway 2 weeks ago. So he knows he has a great car for 2017, just maybe trying to work the kinks out here for Boothill. Had a good car here on opening night, but caught the berm on the low side of the racetrack in 3 and 4, and the caution's going to come out for the Frankston, Texas racer Denny Gabar. The blue Texas Jerky, Texas Fire and Safety number 91, the Marshall Lubin Auto entry of the IRP chassis of Craig Oaks, Billy Skinner alongside the Marshall Missile, Derek Grigsby and Cliff Tupper. Here we go. Great restart for the missile from Marshall. He'll head off into 1 of the JCT Auto Sales Marshall Lubin Auto IRP chassis, raceontexas.com, number 69. Oh, and a big push by the 91 of Craig Oaks. Said when the caution came out, it really opened up life for the 69 to work his way back into the mix here after an early race mislap on lap 1. So Grigsby will put his IRP chassis and hug the hub off the exit of turn number 2, head down the back straightaway with his crosshairs down to the back deck lid of the 25 of the Benton Bullet, Josh Bauckham, but he's got 4 laps to get the job done. 4 laps to go with this 8-lap limited modified heat race number 2 affair. Grigsby did not compete last night at Gene Borders Arclitech Speedway, or the Pelican event, as he just the white flag out this time. I guess he was showing 2 to go, and he crossed them up. But no harm, no foul. He's doing a fine job in the flag stand. My mistake. Gabar up to third, but your winner, it'll be the Benton Bullet, Josh Bauckham in 25. Second go to the Marshall Texan, Derek Grigsby in 69. Third goes to the Copeland Motorsports number 8, Denny Gabar from Frankston, who rebounded after looping it into one. That'll be Rick Brown in 17E. Inside of row number 2, it's Cody Adams in 14. Outside's Thomas Burgeon, the brother-in-law racing Tim B from Houghton. Ken Mangum in 18. Alan Myers in the V8, and Susie Bates in 21. Oh, come on now. We don't need to tear up 4 cars. We only got 7 of them. Warren Anderson nearly went up. This has been a very popular division for many years. It's old school cool, that's for sure, but I hate to lose 3 of them here, as only now down to 4. As Cody Adams will set the pace, we are underway. Cody Adams, the son of Russell Adams, who won quite a few of these wing mod events back in the Gap, and these cars are fast. Especially the wider body ones like your leader out front of the Day Motorsports 14. This car owned by Andrew Odom, of course. Andrew Odom drove that car. But Cody Adams is a heck of a driver, folks. And he's showing right now just how talented he is up front. May be a snoozer tonight because Cody Adams happens to be here. And, oh, my. The 17E of Rick Brown just looped it on the front chute all by his lonesome. Well, one of the greatest late model races I've seen, and I'm telling you, we kind of got robbed. We got robbed of a photo finish from Cadillac Jack Sullivan, but we'll talk about it later. We're back underway. We got a battle for the race lead through 3 and 4, and off of 4, Adams has a right rear flat tire. Goodness gracious, the survival of the fittest, Arklatex wing modified heat race action. I know he does. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3, Alan Myers. He was putting the heat all over Adams for the lead, and, well, checkers are out. Alan Myers is going to be your winner of Wing Mod of the racepass.com, and you can see all of tonight's lineups live as they come to you and the results. Just go to myracepass.com and search for Boothill Speedway as the Overall mods get ready to go. Into 1. He was not here on opening night. It'll be David Winslet from Bossier City, driving the Yard Services LLC, Bill Brown Enterprises, Twin City powered number 21 off of 4, and that GRT race car chassis leads lap number 1 here at Boot Hill in a modified heat number 1. 21 rocking and rolling. The number 90 of Jody Davidson, who had a good run here in that Razor Edge Graphics IRB chassis number 90. The Western Row Louisiana hot shoe off of 4 holds on to second. Donnie, he has powers in the Genuine RV. Soapy King GRT chassis number 6 is up to the 3rd spot. Trying to make it a battle for the race lead. A bobble by Winslet off the exit of turn number 2. The real estate at a premium with lap traffic up ahead for your leaders. Through 3 and 4. Winslet going to try to squeeze by. They will do so. Davidson putting the heat all over him. Those war shocks are digging like Dale right now. To the inside for the race lead. Taking a peek. Winslet going to have nothing of it. David Winslet, the 2001 mini stock track champion here at the Boothill Speedway, as they go for the race lead off the exit of turn number 4. Winslet, the reigning modified track champion here at the Hill in 21. made his trek up the Mississippi to race with the USMTS Series a few weeks ago and blew a motor, as they are still side by side for the race lead off of 4 with the white flag displayed, this time by one more quarter-mile trip around this Greenwood quarter-mile oval. Winslet down the back chute for the final time in the 3. Davidson has been able to work the hub through 3 and 4 very, very good. That won't work for him. Your winner goes to the Yard Services LLC, number 21 of David Winslet from Bossier City. And Justin Ingalls, there's another Ingalls. Justin Ingalls in 52. He is fun to watch at Boot Hill. Chris Hennigan with the whole shot for the race lead down the back straightaway. Ingalls going to slam it in the 3 and 4. Look out, Justin. Whew. Nearly bit the wall. He truly has been always fun to watch race here at Boot Hill. He runs the high side. He and his brother both, Jason, just know how to run the high side here. Maybe better than any other racer. It's just something about the way Ingalls just runs the high side here. And Jason most recently winning the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship on a controversial, if you will, pass on John O. Whittington a year ago. Off of 4, Winnigan Hennigan, your leader in 16. Once again, driving that panel truss, J&J Motorsports, Mars Race Car, Sputz Racing You Powered, CNC Oilfield Services, number 16. The Marshall Texan, over 200 career victories, off of 4. The Marshall Mobile Homes, number 51, a Micah Thompson from Houghton is in 2nd. The Copeland Motorsports, number 8, the IRP chassis with a Shoulders Race Engine power plant underneath the hood for the Frankston Texan, Denny Gabar. As Justin Ingalls expires the 52 machine and heads pit side. Spraying sparks down the back straightaway is Denny G. Kind of caught the wall there. 2 laps to go for Winnigan Hennigan. This time by through turns 3 and 4. Hennigan's got this one wrapped up, sealed up in the cat bag. Off of 4, he'll see a face full of white flag for the final trip around this quarter-mile oval here in Greenwood, Louisiana. Off the exit of turn number 2 with his sights set to corner number 3. In the middle of 4, and he'll roll off the exit of turn number 4 to the panel truss, CNC Oilfield Services, number 16. The Rollo's Living Auto Career Search, number 16. Winnigan, Chris Hennigan. Tex, Robert Graham. The lights are out. Here we go. Into 1. Doing it over the race lead. Beasley on the outside. Bechet shot right bottom of the race lead down the back straightaway to turn number 3. Beasley going to try to counter and pull to the inside of him off the exit of turn number 4. Develops a slight push there. Back into turns 1 and 2, and last night's winner at Arklatex has trouble. Tough break for Graham. He'll pull it to the infield. Stick a fork in him. He's done. Bechet, your leader, looking to win another one yet again here at Boot Hill. Checkers already coming out. He had a straightaway advantage and some. He could have coasted the Checkers. Jeffrey Boucher in the battle of the line for second goes to Jason Beasley. What a run. On the pole of Pro Mod Heat Race number 2 of the night, it'll be for Doug Vick Jr. out of Vivian, Louisiana. Vic Jr. with a whole shot through 3 and 4 has the race lead. Mike Washburn up to second in 27. Black waves. Not sure if this Mike's picking up reception. I had to run down and take care of a friend whose car was dead in the parking lot. Jump it off there. So anyway, life goes on and we keep racing at Boothill. Five-time Arklatex track champion Doug Vick Jr. is going to lead them to the point in 3 and 4 and smash on the loud pedal. The battle for second's been a good one. They're side by side for second. Washburn getting the best of it in 27. He'll hold on to second down the back straightaway. Four-cylinder heat race underway. Mike Staples, I believe, in the 14. Miss Triple X, the reigning Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner, Brittany Shireen. That's Mark Crawley in the 48. Chris Collier, your leader in 14, down the back straightaway, being hunted by the reigning Louisiana State Dirt Track champ, Miss Triple X, Brittany Shireen. She'll pull to the back bumper off the exit of turn number 4. This 4-cylinder class, a new division here at Boot Hill for 2017. The most affordable and most economical way to go dirt track racing is this division right here. If you want to get into this sport at a cheap cost, it's still not cheap, but if you want to get in, as they go side by side for the race lead, the lady taking over the lead off of 4. You can find a lot of these cars for cheaper than $1,000. Several winners last year said they had about 700 to 900 total in their car with roll cage and all. So Miss Triple X leads the way off of turn number 4 with 4 and 4 to go. Brittany Shireen and the J&J Motorsports Hitman Designs Triple X Rocket, sponsored by WW Timber. Down the back straightaway with a race lead. Collier getting a shot in the shorts there from Mark Crawley in the 48. Now has second at the Flaxton over Collier in the 14. Brittany Shireen is running away from these boys. She said, we'll holla at you in the feature and see what you got. They don't have anything for her right now. The white flag out for Brittany Shireen and Triple X. Factory stock B mains are in the staging area ready to go. As the checkers come out, Brittany Shireen, your four-cylinder winner tonight. The bell tolls, the green flag waves, and B main number one for the factory stocks. Here we go. We're underway. 4 go to the A main tonight. Into 1. Cameron Furr will lead the herd into 1 and 2. Hartso and Ed Cox door to door. Here comes Tuggle knocking on the back door to the 7A of Hartso. Look out, Uncle Freddie. Got crossed up down the back straightaway. Gary Lipscomb, if there was any mosquitoes, and Hartso just ran all over the K8 of Ed Cox. Ed Cox kind of going to try to battle door to door for the race lead down the back straightaway, and he'll edge ahead into turn number 3, and he'll try to take the race lead, and he will. How about it? Ed Cox to the point here at Boot Hill. Back into 1. Ed Cox now your race leader. The Burton Oil and Gas sponsor, number 7A car of Andrew Hartso Jr. already with 1 win in 2017, up to second now. He'll try to work to the back deck lid of the K8 for the race lead, but can't get the job done just yet, but he's reeling him in quick, fast, and in a hurry. Down the front boulevard we go into 1. Cameron Furr still occupies the 3rd spot. Cox with a big bobble. Here comes Hartso for the race lead. Down the back straightaway. Side by side, heading into turn number 3 and 4. Hartso Jr. to the inside. He's got the race lead in 7A over the K8 of Cox, but Cox going to battle. Oh, and contact. Knocks the right rear tire off the 7A, and he doesn't know it yet. He knows it now. You chose a tough time to lose me, Loose Will. Somehow Ed Cox Jr. is still your race leader off of the extra to turn number 4. And these hot pockets are so good at Boot Hill. Little John Tuggle trying to battle for the race lead into the 3-4. They're door to door here. Scott Young on the 18 of the Gladewater, Texas young man. The 18-year-old in the 1. The top 4 to the 8 tonight. Cameron Furr now knocking on the back door to the 18 of Scott Young. Little John Tuggle's trying to find a lane on the outside of the Boothill Speedway and work away around Ed Cox. The descent of the hourglass is ticking away. 2 laps to go this time by at the flag stand for K8. Checkers are coming out for the K8. Somehow he's going to win it, Ed Cox. Sorry about the delay here, folks. In your B main event for the factory stocks, top four go to the A. The white flag is coming out for the 10B at Jody Prince.
He's the leader, right? He in second. Lap down.
Cody Tupper right second of the 23. Third is he in third? How about Josh Funderwood-Burke? Only has to hold on to it for just another corner, and he'll go to the A main tonight as Jody Prince just took the checkers in the B main event. Keep your eyes. This should be fun. Lights are back out. We are underway here at the hill. Back into one. Jorderdorfer second momentarily. Grigsby looking to get the best. The car kind of swung out a little high or a little wide there. And a little bit of slight contact with the 25 of Baucom. And here comes Denny G. Denny G going to dispose of the 25 of Baucom now. Craig Oakes on his way to the front. Top flight security of the world. And here comes the missile from Marshall. Derek Grigsby's got the AM or the PTS power singing a song underneath of the raceontexas.com. Marshall Lubinato. IRP number 69. JCT Auto Sales, sporting sponsors on side of the 69. 69 reasons to the front. You know he wants to win here at his home racetrack in a bad way after winning the last two in Vivian, Louisiana, the USMTS Cajun Clash at Arklatex. Look out, Denny Gabar. That was close for Grigsby. Denny drove the car deep into 3 and 4, nearly made contact with the Marshall Missile. And a great job by both of those drivers to avoid contact with one another. Down the back straightaway, Grigsby with his crosshairs down to the back of the 22 mag of Spear. Dylan Spear, remember back when he won his first ever factory stock event here. Still call him a newcomer to this sport, but man, he has come a long way, and right now he has got that PTS power built by John McLemore rocking and rolling around the low side of the Boothill Speedway, and until he feels company, he may not budge off that bottom because it is working to expectation right now. Look at Denny G, just ran Derek Grigsby pretty wild there, and Grigsby's not going to have a whole lot of it. As you can see, he and Grigsby both going to tangle as Denny Gabar and Derek Grigsby make contact here in second and third respectively, and that may not be the end of that one. But Dylan Spear, your leader as we go back green here at Boothill. For all of those folks that are listening or watching at home on Facebook Live, we hope that maybe you'll check us out on raceontexas.com. Off of 4, side by side for second on the restart. Down the front straightaway we go. Here comes Oaks. Craig Oaks to second. In the back for the blue, Texas Jerky, IRP chassis number 91, Miller horsepower underneath the hood of the 91. And he's about to show company to his good friend and fellow counterpart. Here comes Craig, top flight security of the world in 91. Craig Oaks about to knock onto the back door for the race lead into the 3 and 4. They're about to go side by side off of 4. And Craig Oaks has got the race lead by half of a cat's whisker at the flag stand. Oaks takes the race lead from 22 Mag of Dylan Spears. Spears says, hey, guess what? I'm going to fire a bullet out of this 22 Magnum down the back straightaway. They're still doing it over the race lead into the 3 and 4. Side by side. On the hub, it's the 22 Mag of Spear. Around the outside goes Oaks. Oaks says, I'm in it to win the whole weekend, baby. The whole shebang. The whole enchilada, but Spears says, guess what? I'm here to spoil that party. Through 3 and 4. Oaks been racing here. Won his first ever race here at Boothill at the age of 15 years old. Down the front straightaway, Dylan Spear will re-inherit the race lead. What a race here at Boothill. Into 1 and 2. Spears got the race lead back. Down the back straightaway in 22 Mag. What a race. Dylan Spear from Marshall, Texas, up on the wheel tonight. He says, you're going to have to do something better than that, Craig. Craig says, I ain't got nothing else left, man. We'll see, because here comes Denny G. Denny Gabar, the 2012 TMS World Dirt Track Championship winner, is reeling in, and so is the 25, who is limping at the top of turns 3 and 4. The 25 of Josh Bauckham is limping through 3 and 4. He'll pull it down to the infield. Look out. Bauckham nearly got clipped by Tupper. The caution does come out. They threw 8 into the mix, and that's not good. Denny Gabar is good here at Boothill. He may be a little hot under the collar right now, so here we go. And 8 will go to second. Look out, Dylan, because here comes Denny G. All the 2 down the back straightaway. The 8 of Denny G will clear the 91 of Craig Oaks. Oaks will sell it off into turns 3 and 4 on the high side of the Boothill Speedway. And look for some grip off of 4. Lifting the left front up in that Miller horsepower, but it's not paying dividends just yet. He'll stay committed to the outside. The low line's where you want to be right now. Derek Grigsby ran the outside very well for the early part of this race, and it came to him, but the caution is back out. It's the 75 of Piro. Spears driven a flawless race to this point. Here we go. And Craig's going to re-inherit second. Momentarily. For how long? Denny's going to hammer the outside and smash the cushion into 1 and 2. Unbelievably, we're down to 6 cars in this main event, but it's still been exciting. They're going to go side by side for second through 3 and 4. This time by should be 5 laps to go. Oh, my goodness. Hinton loses the handle in 3 and 4, but it keeps it strolling and rolling. No harm, no foul. We stay clean and green. And to turn number 3, Spear with a sizable advantage now as the 91 has gone back top side hustling. Off the exit of turn number 4, 91, Craig Oaks. And then Swenson Racing. And the Swenson Racing shocks number 91. The Texas Jerky entry down the back straightaway into 3. Oaks, your winner last night at the Arklatex Speedway in Vivian, Louisiana. He went way out wide there, and Denny G will take second at the flag stand. But Dylan Spear is comfortably up front now in 22 mag. Dylan does not need another caution because this time it's 2 laps to go for Dylan Spear. Dylan Spear, nothing but, well, it's not quite all clean racetrack. Look out, Dylan. Look out, Dylan, through lap traffic. Man, he has no idea how out front he is right now. Final time. Into 1 and 2. Off of 2 down the back straightaway. Into 3. And off of 4. His first ever limited modified win comes tonight on night number 2 of the 2017 season. Dylan Spear from Marshall, Texas, your limited modified winner tonight. Come down. Like I said, folks, when he climbs out of the car, it means to him to give him a big round of applause. And the Superior Graphics, Rollos Lubinato, Napa Auto Parts, Toledo Automotive, Spears Oil and Gas, number 22 mag. Didn't fire a blank one time in that one. All bullets for the 22 mag of Dylan Spear from Marshall, Texas. That's how much they mean. How about this one, Dylan? Let's walk around this side of the car for race fans. Ooh, man, it's slippery. Yeah, you're leaking something, boy. I about busted it. Woo, yeah. His wife just said at least it didn't happen during the race. Dylan, you finally get your first limited victory at Boot Hill tonight. But you had to earn that one. Yeah, you're second. Sorry. I do apologize. You're second. But you had to earn this one tonight. Good friend, Craig Oaks. I know you saw him selling it out there on the outside. Grigsby made a charge early in the going. But, man, you never knew, I'm sure, how comfortable you were out front there in the closing last. Man, you had a pretty sizable advantage.
No, I could hear him there. And I think if I'd have stayed where I was at, they'd have had me. I moved up a little bit there at the end and luckily found it. But before I forget, I've got to thank my wife for putting up with my ass all the time. I wouldn't be able to do this without her or my daughter, Corbin. I've got to thank PTS Racing Engines, Napa, Toledo Automotive, Rollos Lubinato, Fire and Safety, Spears Oil and Gas, and we picked up a new sponsor, Blanchard Holland.
How about that? How cool is this that, you and Craig are pretty good friends, and how cool is that he took the lead away from you, and you're like, no, that ain't going to happen tonight, Craig. He won last night at Arclatech, so you know he had a really good car. How cool is that for you? You could go back to the pit area, kind of punch him in the chest and say, I got you tonight.
It was fun, but I'd rather anybody else out here beat me than that guy.
Is it correct? Really?
Yeah, really.
Why? Is he a little braggadocious?
No, we're just going to stop right there.
I hear you on that. Well, how much does this mean to you to get one? Do you feel like you picked one off early in the season that they're going to come a little easier now? I mean, that may be a myth. I mean, they always say they come easier. This is your second one now, though. It seems like you've got a really good setup for this particular racetrack, and I know you love this joint.
Oh, yeah. Grew up here, and I mean, it means a lot to me to win here. But, I mean, we went to Dallas the first weekend of the season, and we had some good runs, just had some bad luck. I mean, I think the car is awesome right now. I think we're going to be competitive all year.
10-plus wins?
I'm going to shoot for 5.
Shoot for 5, man. Congratulations to you, Dylan. Well-deserved. I know you work hard at it, and you work hard for your family, man. Congratulations on a big win tonight.
Thank you, Zach.
Absolutely. Dylan Spear, ladies and gentlemen, out of Marshall, Texas. Let's get a picture here on the crunched up side. A good side-by-side battle for the race lead in your wing mod main event. You may only have 3 cars, and you got 2 good ones up front. Cody Adams out of Doylean, Louisiana, and Alan Myers going to go at it. Myers going to go to the inside through 3 and 4, and Adams with the race lead off of 4 and 14. And on the front boulevard into 1, Alan Myers trying to keep the 14 within striking distance. Can't get the job done yet. He'll try to pull to the back of him. And they'll go door-to-door once again through 3 and 4. Myers down on the low side of the Boothill Speedway. Alan Myers not going to let Cody Adams just have this one tonight and ride off into the sunset. He'll dive it back to the bottom in the turns 3 and 4. Boy, it'd be nice to have a full field of these tonight. But halfway down, halfway to go. Side by side in the 3 and 4 once again. Myers all over Adams for the race lead. This is what they were supposed to do. If you only get 3 cars, at least the top 2 are going to go at it tooth and nail for the race lead. And finally, Cody Adams able to separate himself up front in 14. Adams able to separate himself by a half of a straightaway here. Already 2 laps to go, this time by the flag stand for Cody Adams. The Doylean, Louisiana racer, the former Southern Thunder Sprint Car champion, down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Adams with the race lead by a half of a straightaway now over Alan Myers. The white flag is out. Off of 4 for the final time. Doylean, Louisiana's Cody Adams, your Arclitex Wing Mod winner tonight. A valiant effort by Alan Myers to come home with the bridesmaids honors. He texts the 52 is Justin Ingalls. The lights are out. Here we go. Into 1 and 2 for the first time, getting the race lead down the back straightaways. The reigning Boothill track champion, David Winslet. Here comes Hennigan. Hennigan to the inside, going to throw a slide job on Winslet. Does not clear him. Oh, my. Oh, Hennigan just threw a haymaker in 3 and 4, and Winslet may not like that too much. Winslet and Hennigan, not enemies or rivals, if you will. They've raced very closely door to door, and I'd say they're pretty good friends. Off of 4, Micah Thompson going to capitalize and take over the race lead in 51. Micah Thompson, door to door for the race lead off the exit of turn number 2, headed down the back straightaway, the outside line of that momentum, working to the advantage of the 51 of Micah Thompson. Thompson with the race lead, but Hennigan working on him to the inside. You wonder if that right rear fender is going to cave in and affect the handling on the 16 if it gets into the tire. Could develop a tire rub there. If we start to see smoke, you know why. As Hennigan's going to try, well, he slid to the inside of the 51, showed some respect, gave him some room. So a pair of Mars race cars out front, built by Jimmy and Chris Mars from Menominee, Wisconsin, and Hennigan is digging on the low side. The Boothill Speedway is racy tonight. For the race lead, and Hennigan's going to throw the lap traffic down the front straightaway. What a move by Micah Thompson. Textbook racing there by Micah T. Down the back straightaway, door to door for the race lead. Hennigan to the inside of 51. 16 working on 51 for the race lead. Can't get the job done yet. And contact off of 4. That may have done it for Hennigan. But you can't never count out win again, Hennigan. Didn't earn that nickname by mistake. He wants to come back and win again. Off of 4, Hennigan all over the 51 of Micah Thompson for the race lead. Winslet trying to do everything he can to reel in that lead duo. He's back in the 3rd spot, followed by Jody Davidson out of West Monroe, Louisiana. Donnie Powers rounds out your top 5, the Henderson, Texas racer. Hennigan's going to step to the outside of the Boothill Speedway through 3 and 4 and try to rock to the bottom off of 4 and get a big run down the front boulevard we come. The laps are clicking off quick, fast, and in a hurry here at Boothill in your Mod A main. A slight bobble by Micah, and now they're door-to-door once again for the race lead. Hennigan back to the inside of Micah Thompson. Once again, a pair of MB custom race cars. Lap traffic up ahead, and Hennigan will edge ahead at the line by half of a cat's whisker. Hennigan will lead that lap. Hennigan led lap number 10, but will he lead lap number 11 in the final 9? Off of 4, win again, Hennigan with the race lead in 16, but here comes Micah T. Micah Thompson trying to reel back in Hennigan for the race lead. Yep, Hennigan's got that Sputz power plant hammering now underneath the hood. That career search panel truss CNC Oilfield Services, number 16, Chris Hennigan, the 2-time Louisiana State Dirt Track champion, into 1. Winslet has finally caught the 51 of Thompson for 2nd, but will he be able to do anything with him as we tick these laps off quick? Lap after lap here, running about 13.9 second lap times here at Boothill tonight. But around goes Denny Gabar through 3 and 4. No harm, no foul. We stay clean and green as Hennigan is getting away up front. Hennigan skating away up front. Laps to go this time by for Winnigan. Chris Hennigan out of Marshall, Texas. The Houghton, Louisiana racer. Micah Thompson still holds on to second over Bossier City, Louisiana's David Winslet, who still rides third in his GRT race car chassis. Four to go. Hennigan way up front, comfortable with 3 laps to go. White flag is out for Hennigan. Off of 2, headed down the back straightaway for the final time in this main event. Through turns number 3 and off of 4. The driver of the panel trust CNC Oilfield Services 16. He'll get his first win at Boot Hill in 2017. Winnigan, Chris Hennigan from Marshall, Texas, wins your open wheel modified main event tonight. So his teammate, if you will, Ronald Rollo Pilkington, won the first modified race of 2017. And this time, it'll be the driver of the D&G Directional Drilling, CNC Oilfield Services Panel Trust, career service number 16. MB Custom, I was just talking about, Jimmy and Chris Mars build these cars from Menominee, Wisconsin. You've seen what Cade Diller's been able to do on the USMTS series, and of course the Rocket Rodney Sanders. Very good cars, and you put a lethal driver like Chris Hennigan behind the wheel, it's lethal. Here he comes, Boot Hill. It's Winnigan, Chris Hennigan from Marshall, Texas. Come have a word with me, Chris, on your mangled side of your pretty number 16 car. It's not so pretty right now. Well, we'll talk about this one. I told Heather you might be a little hot under the collar. I'm not sure, but you're pretty even kill. How you feeling after this one? You look upset with the way the car looks. What are you thinking?
I feel bad. I got into David on the first lap up there. I let him got out of the gas and moved out of the way, and I was hoping it was him pass me, but it was a 51. But I feel bad for getting into David, and I was trying to let him go, but I don't know. I wasn't really even going to talk too much about that in particular, but I've watched you and David race a lot over the years. I don't think I've ever even seen you guys touch. I've seen you guys race a lot door to door and show each other a ton of respect over the years. I'm sure y'all will talk about this one and hash it out, and everything will be fine, and you'll go on and race another week. Yeah, I'm just worried about David being mad. It was my fault on that part, and the other part, I don't know about that stuff.
How about Micah Thompson, though, man? He after you guys made contact, he went to the race lead. You had to run him down, and the car really came to life there about midpoint of the race. It seemed like it just really started coming to Chris Hennigan's liking, and Micah may have faded just a little bit, but I'm sure it was a lot of fun from your vantage point racing with him door to door there for about 6 or 7 laps.
The car felt pretty good. I felt bad at the first of the race for what happened, and then I guess I got focused and was trying to race for the win then, but I felt bad about the first of it.
Well, it's the first win of 2017 for you, Chris, and it's still early in the season. But they always say once you get the first one, and the rest of them come easy now.
Yeah, we got new plans coming up, and I hope it turns out pretty good, and we'll see how it goes. Can you release any of those details, or is that for to stay in Marshall for now? It kind of stays in Marshall, but it's going to be a new chassis, and we're pretty excited about it. You can't tell me what kind of chassis, can you? Not yet. They're built in Longview. Okay, well, alrighty then. That seems like a pretty interesting alliance that you're going to form there. We'll talk about that later on. I want to give you an opportunity to thank everybody who helps you out on the race car, Chris, before we move on to the program. CNC Oilfield, Panel Trust, Rollo's, Career Search, Spears Oil and Gas, D&G Directional Drilling, my wife and kids, and Rick's Performance Engines, Mike and Glenn and my dad, everybody that helps.
I don't want to drag this out too long. I just want to ask you, were you kind of down after the way the USMTS weekend went at Vivian? I'm just curious. Were you kind of down with the performances over there?
Yeah, I was. I wasn't happy with it, and so this is what it is.
Reason for the chassis change or no?
Yeah, probably so.
Oh, man, I don't want to ask you too much. Congratulations on a big win tonight, though, Chris.
Thanks.
It's Chris Hennigan out of Marshall, Texas, winning again right here at Boothill. The lights are going out for 20 laps of distance. Jody Prince in there. Should be fun. Whitehead on the pole. Everybody's got their work cut out for them tonight. 20 laps. Here we go at Boothill. Down the back straightaway on the opening lap. Cowboy Blanchard, Craig Oates going side by side. Whitehead will lead lap number 1, and they're 3 wide off of 4. Down the back straightaway, Bubba McEachern out of the groove. And the caution is out for the 7 remain here at Boothill. Paul Lopez out of Princeton, Louisiana will ride second here on the early start with Cowboy Blanchard to his outside. Oaks out of Marshall, Texas in the Wendy's sponsored Hawkins Racing number 17 inside of that second row. Bubba McEachern, the lights are out. We go green.
I can tell you after.
Down the back straightaway, Whitehead is just separating himself from the rest of his competitors right now. Nearly won here on opening night in an absolute thriller here at Boothill when Jacob Wilburn came all the way up from Highlands, Texas. They're 4 wide off of 4 with Craig Oates, the 24 of Bo Perry, into turn number 1 with Porkchop Chamberlain there, and they made contact. Vic Jr. making it 3 different lanes wide here on the bottom. As Bubba McEachern, look out, down the back straightaway, Little John Tuggle getting bottled up. Several cars losing wholesale spots off of 2 at the midpoint of the back straightaway. So we stay clean and green for the time being. Right now, the best battle on the racetrack appears to be back here with Bubba McEachern to the 24 of Bo Perry. Bossier City, Louisiana's Bo Perry to the 24, making his return back to racing after a brief hiatus last year. Did not race but twice, and he drove his sister Brandy's car. Back into 1 and 2. Funderburk expires the 7J, pulls it to the infield. The 7J of Joshua Funderburk is done for the night. Off of 4, Whitehead. Rocking and rolling around the Boothill Speedway tonight. No harm for him. He is where he is typically. Cody Tupper slow down the front straightaway. He will pull it to the infield in 23. The 2015 Louisiana State Dirt Track Champ is done for the night. So right now, the caution is out on the back straightaway for the 68 car of James Martin. Some of the best in the business in this area in factory stock competition. The lights are back out. We're underway. Into 1 and 2. Off the exit of turn number 2, head down the back straightaway. There's not enough. Whitehead is just so, 45 is off the pace. 45 of Cowboy Blanchard has pulled it to the infield, and here comes Doug Vick Jr., the 5-time Arklatex Speedway Factory Stock Track Champion and the winningest Factory Stock driver here from a year ago, who got 4 wins here. He is rolling. He needs a caution. May not need one, but it's tough to run down Whitehead. It's one thing to run Whitehead down, and then it's one thing to dispose of him. He may need a caution to play a little cat and mouse on a restart and just to be there to make a move on him on a restart. But we'll see what happens. You never know. Vic Jr. has been on top of this sport just like Whitehead has been for the last 5 seasons. For around 5 years there, it was all Doug Vick Jr., who is winning the majority of factory stock events around the Arklatex. And for the last 5 years, Justin Whitehead is fastly approaching 100 wins. In 2012, he won 17 races between 7 different racetracks. In 2013, he came back and won 24 main events. 2014, he won 22 more. And it just keeps going and going and going. And not waiting on the Energizer bunny plug because He's just an assassin behind the wheel. That's all there is to it. Plain and simple. He is half-tracked the rest of his competitors who are seemingly on the same exact equipment as these guys. Of course, he builds his own outlaw race car and is a machinist at Best Engines over in East Texas. Whitehead has won the 5,000 win Cajun Classic at Gene Borders Arklatex Speedway 6 times in his career. Won it last October as well. He's already won $2,500 this season, in which he actually donated every single penny of that $2,500 to a organization, the Parker Lee Project, as the 43 of BJ Cook is off the pace into the infield. 43J is pulled to the infield, so he is done for the night as well. Jody Prince trying to make a charge on the 4, Doug Vick Jr. for second. Lap traffic becoming a reality here in just a short while for the 36J of your race leader, but a way sizable advantage for him as no spotters, no radio technology to let him know how far out front he may be. Except he can look here when he's on the back straightaway and look left and see the rest of his competitors headed down the front straightaway when he's approaching turn 3. When is the annihilation? I don't want to say when is it going to stop, and no disrespect to Justin, because he works very, very hard at what he does. But you just wonder when anyone is going to get on his level and I guess stay there and be able to battle him on a consistent basis. You see guys pull rabbits out of the hats. Every now and then, like last night, Cody Robbins pulled a rabbit out of the hat, and we're going to get caution at the top of turn number 4 for Gladewater, Texas racer Cameron Furr. 85 Speedway in Ennis, Texas. He donated every penny to the Parker Lee Project. Doug Vick Jr., though, has dominated this sport at times as well. Does he have anything for him? Or maybe Jody Prince. They're 3 wide back here on the front chute. Prince is going to hammer the outside of Boothill. Look out, Jody Prince! Oh. And he'll collect pork chop Kenneth Chamberlain, who is fresh off the grill after that one. You know, Doug Vick Jr.'s dominated this factory stock division too at times, and we'll see if he's got anything. He was the winningest factory stock driver here a year ago. Let's see if he has anything for him. Backing away into 1 and 2, it doesn't appear that anyone has anything for Whitehead. It's just unbelievable how he's able to separate himself on these restarts. That car, it's like everybody else is on slicks and he's on groove tires. He's just that fast right now. If you're looking for some dig, holler at Kevin DuPont or holler at Justin Whitehead. He'll go through Kevin DuPont for you, and he'll get you some DuPont Racing Shocks by 36J Motorsports, and you can dig like 36J. Starting to see a little smoke out of the 36J, though. Oh, no. Smoke coming out underneath the 36J. Can he hold on for 1.5 more laps? It's smoking. Whitehead trying to hold on for 1 more. The 36J is showing smoke. Not sure what it could be. It looks like he'll coast the victory down the back straightaway for the final time in the turn number 3. And off of turn number 4, receiving a face full of checkered flag, his 6th win of 2017, and sweeps the weekend here in the Arklatex. Justin Whitehead, your winner out of Hooks, Texas. Tonight, no doubt who the fastest factory stock here at Boot Hill was. Multi-time Louisiana State Dirt Track champion. Sporting a new sponsor on his car this week, Foam Pros. And I was talking about it when the laps were closing down. He was showing some heavy smoke. You can see it now here in Victor Lane. The owner and builder of Outlaw Race Cars, give it up for him, Boot Hill, Justin Whitehead. Well, Justin, you found a pretty good setup for Boot Hill. You've won several Louisiana State Dirt Track championships here, and, well, you sweep the weekend. Last night you had to earn it at Arklatex after that great battle with Cody Robbins tonight. I don't ever want to say these things come easy, man. I know you work hard at it during the week, but, man, the separation, I guess, is in the preparation. You had a really good car tonight.
We just get to race
We got a lot of great help, real great pit crew. We get to see these track conditions a lot, and we got good start position, so that always helps a ton. I need to thank my sponsors, Sarah, my wife, Kayla Addison, my daughter, Pro One Transmissions, Team 5 Enterprise, Dirt Defender, Henry Motorsports, Thompson Motorsports, DRS Racing Shocks, Best Engines, Spencer and Son Timber, Borderline Septic, and Foam Pros.
6th win at 4 different racetracks already in 2017 for you, Justin, and to my knowledge, you've passed Tech at every single one of those.
Yes, sir, I have.
Just curious. I mean, I tell you, you hear a lot. You hear a lot around, and folks wonder, why is he so good? Man, you've been doing this for a while. You didn't win 6 Cajun Classics for nothing. Justin, it just seems when is somebody going to come out and knock you off the top, man? I mean, do you ever ask yourself that when you're working on the car during the week? Who's going to be the challenger this week? Who's going to come out and challenge me? I mean, there's guys that are fasting up front every week, but they're still chasing 36J for 5 years running.
Man, we help most of them every week. They all come to me for questions, and I try to help them get better, and most of them do get better and better. Like I said, laps. The more you race, the better you're going to get. People ask me why you come here for a regular show, and that's why we're getting ready for the 7,000 to win.
Talked to you last night. You excited about the factory stock 50 and promoting Timberline Speedway this season?
I couldn't be more excited. Hope y'all can come out March 31st, Comp Cam late models. Can't wait to see y'all there.
Anything else you would like to talk about? I did want to ask you one thing. Do you see a significant difference in the racing service or anything from your vantage point from when you previously last season?
Oh, no, it's really good. They had a really good track to race on tonight. A little wet, but it come around there towards the end, and it was real nice and smooth.
Congratulations to you on another victory.
Thank you, sir.
Justin Whitehead, the 6-time Cajun Classic winner, the multi-time Louisiana State Dirt Track champ, gets his 6th win of 2017 at 4 different racetracks. 351-4289, 351-4289. You're the winner of the 50-50 tonight. Lights are out. We're going green and Pro Mod A main tonight. Oh, and around goes Beasley into 1 and 2. I'm not sure. It looked like maybe Hickman got into him there. We'll get an original restart. It's Jeffrey Bechet and the Kins Heating and Air Trey Maxwell Trucking, sponsored number 4, alongside the Vicks Paint and Body number 4. Jeff Bates powered entry of Doug Vick Jr. Here we go. And we're underway into 1. Bechet, who's kind of a shy and quiet fella, but boy, he can wheel a dirt car. There's no doubt about it. Grew up watching him win on many a dirt track Saturday nights at the old Webster and Champion Park Speedway. And if there was a rain out, he'd come over here to Boothill as well. But typically a mainstay over at the old Champion Park. As Jeffrey Bechet, your leader. This is a Repta Louisiana hot shoe in car number 4. Mike Washburn in 3rd. Vic Jr. 2nd. The lights are out. Oh, look out. Here they got a little wild there on the restart. The 14P of Paul Pace Jr. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3, Jeffrey Bechet. It's going to be tough to wrestle the lead away from him tonight. Off the exit of turn number 4. He's just got it rocking and rolling right around the hub. It seems to be the fast lane, and the caution is back out. Looking forward to that one. The lights are out. We are back underway. Into 1 and 2, door-to-door for 2nd. Washburn going to get the best of Doug Vick Jr. I'm telling you right now, if Mike Washburn wins tonight and the caution is back out again. Going back green, Jeffrey Bechet. Can Mike Washburn do anything with him? We are back underway at Boothill. Washburn going to get the best of the 4 of Doug Vick Jr. Well, maybe not. Well, about a half of a nose ahead of the 4 of Vic Jr. is Washburn. Jeffrey Bechet is skating away from the field right now in 4. It's not much competition, just like Justin Whitehead just put on a display of pure flawless driving ability to capture the factory stock main event in his 6th win of the 2017 season down the front boulevard. Vic Jr. 2nd. 3rd is Mike Washburn in 27. Hickman is 4th in 39. The 11 of Bubba Vines rounds out your top 5 right now. with 5 score to the cautions out. You're going back green with Jeffrey Bechet from Sarepta on the point in 4. 15 to go, 5 in the books. Vic Jr. being pressured for second by the 27 of Mike Washburn into turn number 3. Washburn testing the outside through 3 and 4. Can't quite get it to work to expectation off the exit of the corners, but he's good driving it in deep into the corner. And if he could just get that drive off, he'd be sitting pretty. But right now, he'll still occupy the 3rd spot down the back straightaway. Vine still 4th at 11. And your top 5. And 5th now, it's Randy Nolan in car number 23. Beasley and Robbie Hickman are racing awfully close here towards the tail of the field, and I'm just thinking it's a matter of time for one of them ends up in Arlington, Texas. Remain. 15 scored, 5 laps remain here at Boothill in the Pro Mod A main event. Here we go. Only 5 laps remain here at the hill in your Pro Mod A feature. And once again, the Sarepta, Louisiana hot shoot, Jeffrey Bechet, is separating himself again on this restart. Already approached the flag stand, heading into one is Vic Jr. trying to fend off another challenge from the 27 of Washburn. Washburn will go high into 1 and 2 and look for a big sweeping run off the exit of 2, headed down the back straight over to turns number 3. Washburn has got some momentum underneath him now on the 27. Just nothing a whole lot up there to find the grip to reel in and get around Vic Jr. He's finding the quicker lane around the racetrack, right around the hub. Two to go this time for Jeffrey Bechet. Down the back straightaway, 1.5 laps to go now for Bechet. This time by off of turn number 4 in car 4. 1 circuit remains here in Greenwood, Louisiana, and your Pro Mod main event for Sarepta, Louisiana's Jeffrey Bechet. Final times through turns 3 and 4 to the checkered flag. Jeffrey Bechet out of Sarepta, Louisiana is your Pro Mod A main winner tonight on night number 2 of the 2017 campaign.